You're saying the written music?
Yeah, the written music is an approximation,
Yeah.
because it's not always one note
It's
to
an
one beat.
approximation, but at the same time, we should be good enough at writing music, just like Shakespeare could put stuff on, down with his pen and get his emotions across. Who knows what he was thinking? But, the better you get at writing, the closer it should come.
Yeah.
But yes, we need also to take it to an even further extreme or end of the spectrum. There's what Pradeep Kaladkar told us, which is that if you're even thinking about the composed music when you're playing, then you're not really going to be into the music the way you need to be. You need to be so into the music that you're just playing the music. Now that comes, the written music is a tool for our learning. It's one of the best tools that there is. And I think without it, I'll call most people handicapped. Okay. But at the same time, as I was just talking about with one of my other students, there wasn't written music in Indian. There was no written Indian classical music, so far as I know, before 1900 or so. Back then, people really had, and it wasn't just, I'm going to listen to it and then make it up. It was, I'm going to listen to it and memorize it. So they had really good memories. They didn't have a choice. Okay. So there's the story of the tabla showdown from 900 years ago where the two tabla players went at it, playing back each other's tabla line for like 24 hours before one of them messed up with his ability to repeat what the other tabla player had just played. Okay. Now, is it true? Who knows? But they were good at memorizing stuff and hearing it. And that's what we do when we're improvising music. I make something up. Okay, what's my next line going to be? Probably something in relation, not always, but oftentimes in relation to what I just played. Meaning I need to know what I just played in order to change it in some slight way, or to repeat it twice, or to repeat it 3 times, like a T-high. A T-high is a phrase repeated 3 times, and ideally it's made up on the spot. So, I just played it. I understand the music enough to know what I just played, and now I'm going to play it again. All right, so let's see. Welcome to Tushar. Welcome, Siraj. Let me plug this in. How about this? Anyone want to play right now? Just get us warmed up. And Neil, you want to play something? And throw in an ornament or two, please.
Sure. Yeah, I'm taking I'll try the Yaman arrow with ornamentation. So ask me to try something else. No.
Original sound on? Is your original sound on? Ta-da. Now improvise. Improvise.
This is a question that I was going to have for you. That
Yeah.
I tried doing gamak on something other than arrow when playing like I am having difficulty playing, getting it
All right.
so gently.
What I want everyone to do is what's the easiest note? I asked this yesterday. What's the easiest note to ornament?
The first one.
The first note of a phrase. Good. Okay. You're the first person to ever get the answer correct. I don't ask the question too much. So just do that. Place them a lot. Ornament the first note of your phrase, and then just play the rest of the phrase however you would play it. Try to come even smoother from knee to saw. If you're not going to do gummick, if you're not going to do ornament, then you should be focusing on your mean and really making it smoothly go up. Okay? Good. It comes from the mouth and the finger. Okay? Changing our breath so that we're blowing at the correct velocity from knee to saw, smoothly changing that, and with our finger coming up in a wave-like manner instead of just lifting it straight off. Is your original sound turned on? Does it say original sound on at the top left of your screen?
It says off.
All right. Everybody should know that if your original sound is off, then it's an if then. If it's off, then your music will sound bad to us. Okay? Even if you're playing amazing music there, it will sound bad to us. Everybody, put your thumb up if you see original sound on your screen. If your thumb's not up, I'm assuming your original sound is off. Thumbs up, original sound on. Zhao, original sound on. Sonio original.
Okay.
Encendido.
It's on. Sound on. Okay.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, thanks, Anil. Let's get Zhao up here. Zhao, can you play us a little bit of a lop in any raga? And make sure you use at least a little bit of ornamentation, even if just on the first note of each phrase. All right. Good. Thanks. All right. Your tone is good. You're hitting most of the notes. At the very end, I wanted it to come to sa. You were descending, and you just kind of went down to pa, all the way down to pa, and hung out there for a while, and then came to sa. Okay? When you go up, high, 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 return to sa and end. You can come down briefly below sa, da sa, pa da sa, but not, you just went down to like pa, and now we're back. I'm like, oh, are we at the bottom now? Okay. Al fin, regressa, volta, a sa, no a lo pa. Toca lo pa, muy rápido, talvez.
Okay.
Mas no queda.
Slowly.
Sa, no a lo pa, al fin.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing, I wanted pregunte, ornamentação, and primeira nota de cada frase. Okay? Você nunca faz ornamentação na primeira nota. Faz muito em outras notas. Falta primeira nota. Então, agora faz primeira nota. What I just said was he was ornamenting the notes other than the first note, but he was almost never ornamenting the first note. I want everyone to be able to ornament the first note in the phrase because it's the easiest
In the beginning of the
first
left.
note. Re sa, not sa.
Right side. Okay.
Re sa, re ga, re ga, re ga, re. Okay, but the first note ornament. Re sa, re ga, re ga, re ga, re. Da pa da pa da pa da pa da pa. Sa da sa da sa da sa da. Okay, the first note. Make sure it has an ornament. Just go slow. No, don't play what I was playing. Play a lot. Da ornamentação, primeira nota de cada frase. Yes, that was perfect. Okay, good. Much better. Muito melhor. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Yvonne, you want to play? Oh, why not? Yvonne always says yes.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Good to have you back.
I too. Thanks.
What would you like to play?
Oh. Yesterday I listen rag Malkauns and play. I play very little this rag.
Okay.
But I
All right. Have you watched my
Like it.
video? It's up on. It's got the blue cover. It says Bansuri Lesson Malkauns, blue and yellow. It's like an hour long. Tushar was there, October 2020 or so.
maybe I
Watch
forgot.
that. It's about an hour long. It's on YouTube. I assume it's on the website, but who knows? It's definitely on
Oh,
YouTube.
thanks.
Yeah. Turn your tambura on Ma. Very nice. Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like it. My main suggestion is just change your Swarmandal, because I think it's going a little bit too loud and too often.
It's processed and I don't. Okay, I'm
It
off
doesn't have a
mandal.
control.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
turn off and with
Yeah, maybe better without it, because mine I keep it a little bit less volume, And then mine is set at every 30 seconds. On
Oh, 30
iTubla,
seconds.
on iTubla Pro, there's a setting for 15, 30, or 60 seconds. I put it at 30 seconds. Like, I want to hear it, but not all the time. I think in the two ways that I've heard Swarmandal used, there are some singers, and they'll just kind of, they're singing, and they'll just kind of always be strumming it like that, so it's kind of always going. But when I hear it for flute playing, it's usually at the very start of the raga and at the very end of the raga. And then when the flute player is kind of taking a breath, like to fill up some space. So it's usually not all the time. But I mean, yeah.
One question about Malkauns. I about Andalin note da and ga wave da.
Yeah. It should be mild. It's not like in Darbari, the Undalin and the da and the ga are necessary. In Darbari, it's a big waver. Okay? In Malkauns, it's not necessary. You can do it, but it's just a little bit. I mean, whatever you feel, if it feels good, if it sounds good, then that's your, do it. If you like how it sounds, do it. But I'll say, I don't think it has to be there, and I don't think it's intended to be very significant. Whereas Darbari, it must be there. Okay,
Thanks.
but it sounded good. What you were doing was good. I like to put waver on comal notes to show to bring a little bit more emphasis to their comal nature, if it's an important note in a raga. But what you were playing, it all sounded good.
Komal da for me is challenge. Very hard.
Yeah, well, for the Komal Da, I get more control. Usually I play Komal Da like this. But when I want waver, I have a bit more finger control when I'm like that. And a bit more mean coming down from mi to da. Whereas when I'm like this, it's like a roll of the whole hand. Whereas this is just the pinky. So you can experiment with different ways. But it's also, you can give it a bit of that, and it's also some just using your lungs to change the way the air is coming out your mouth and your lungs.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thanks for playing. Anything
Can
else?
I bring the on YouTube this lesson for Malkauns?
How can you find it, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. How about, while the next person is playing, I'm going to chat it in. But it's called, it's a blue cover thumbnail with yellow writing, and it says real big, Malkauns Bansuri tutorial. I'll find it. It's like October 2020.
Okay, I try finding.
All right.
Thank you.
Also, everybody, did you notice how clear his tambura comes through? I'm curious, what microphone is this your microphone, or do you have an actual microphone in front of you? Yeah, so look
This
at that.
my microphone.
Is it by chance that his tambura comes through really clear and he's using an actual professional microphone? I don't think so. Okay, it's good.
I try
I like
recording on this microphone. And
It's good.
I
It
have
makes everything
good sound
sound
card
better.
on computer. I try
All right.
record.
All right. Let's see. This is what I've got going on.
Oh, nice.
All right. Anyone else want to play, like Tushar, perhaps, or Krishna, or Siraj, if you're still out there? I can't tell.
Can I play that composition that you taught me for Lalit?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
just
Tushar's
wanted
going to
to.
play Lalit in Juptal, which is not the easiest thing ever. I just edited, this is one of the videos that I edited this week, or there's not much editing, but it's ready to be published on the site. I'm going to put it up there, and it's a recording of me teaching this to Tushar. And I figured since I don't have any current plans to spend time creating a Lalit course in the way that I do for other courses, that since we do have the recording, then better than nothing would be just to publish it and let somewhat advanced students to try it out. It's definitely not a raga for beginners. It's not a raga or a composition for beginners. Let's hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I messed up a little at the end. I mean, the
It's
high note.
fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. You played it well. It's a very difficult raga. Okay? And you've been
right.
playing it for, I don't know, 3 weeks now, maybe. We had one lesson ever in it. And you played a really nice salop. And most of the notes you hit were correct. Like, I don't remember hearing like wrong notes going in there. Your Laya could use some help just in the very first 2 beats of the composition. Din na maga resa boom. Okay, 2 notes to a beat. You're going too fast. You're like maga resa. Okay, maga resa ni. So just do that. Just play the first. Hold it. We'll work on the last 3 beats of the composition in a second, but just do maga resa and then the ni re ga ma ma, and just hold that ma for 5 beats, and then again maga resa for 5 beats. That leads to some. And hold on ma. Maga, just do that, the simplified version. Maga. 1 and 2, 3 for the final 3 beats of the line. Now maga rigamaga. Maga rigamaga. Maga rigamaga. Tikatata rigamaga. bring us to high saw.
Okay.
Just make something up to bring us to high saw.
In the same line, you mean? Or you are on mute. Okay.
Sorry, improvise. How would you get to high saw?
Just we're playing the next line, I guess. Yeah, I have not practiced that well enough to.
It's all right. I'm just making it
Yeah.
up, but Maga Ma Dani Sa. How about that? Just do Maga Ma Dani Sa. Make it fit, because you can do it right from some. Maga Ma Dani Sa, and just hold a long high Sa.
So from some Magama Dhanisa, right?
From any note. Do 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 da da da.
Okay.
Don't think too much.
Yeah. I'm just doing the calculations in my mind.
Just go with, just let the saw, just hold the saw.
Okay.
Improvise. Good. All right, good. Thanks. All right, I thought it sounded really good. It's a hard rock. Keep practicing it. Just play it all the time, and you'll get good at it, because you definitely already have some Lalit skills. So Siraj asked, did the composition start at Kali? Yes, it's Juptal. It starts at Kali. Okay. 1 and 2, 3. Ticka ta tucka ta tucka ta tucka ta ta. Okay. Maga re sa, and then ni re ga ma. 4 notes over 3 beats. They're 3/4 of a beat each, coming to shidma on the sum. Okay. Shidma vadi. All right. Lalit has 2 mas. It's got shidma and tivrama. Lalit is not in Bansuri Bliss Academy, but it will be maybe even today. We'll say definitely by tomorrow. Should you play it though? Should you work on it? Will it be a simple raga for you to learn? Probably not, but who knows? Maybe. Yvonne got really good watching my YouTube videos long ago before he ever started joining these lessons, so anything is possible. Let's see. But yeah, I don't recommend it. Unless you feel really good playing some other ragas, then I would not say that Lalit is a raga to spend your time on. But if you're inspired to do it, do it. Let's see. I did come up with, Tushar wanted my Maga Ma Dani Sa to fit nicely into Juptal, so let's just go ahead and do that. Let's, because I can't even remember what is, the entra is written down is completely different, but what would I do if I'm just making it up? Maga Ma Da. Wait, Maga Ma Da Ni. Dani Sa. The Sa would come right on some. Maga Ma is 2 beats. Okay, 1 and 2. Maga Ma Da Ni. Dani sa. Okay? The ni's a beat and a half. The Dani fills up the last half beat. It's at 4 times speed. Ma ga ma da ni. Dani sa. Or even easier, maga ma da ni dani sa. Okay, maga ma, and then the 3 beats will be da ni dani, coming right to the sa. Maga ma da ni dani sa, sa sa sa. All right, we just made up a line, a 10-beat line of Juptal for an entre if I were going to make it up, but don't make it up. If you have it written down, go ahead and memorize one, but you should be able to. What if the second time you just want to come to high saw? Because, I mean, I make up entres all the time when I'm playing, and I also just make up lines that bring me to high saw, even if I wouldn't. Well, maybe I would still call that an entre too. All right, Yvonne remembers IndianFluteMusic.com and downloaded a couple of exclusives from there. Yeah, I had a whole page of download your free music here. So maybe you have some of those MP3s. Let's see. So much to do. So many things to upload. All right. Anyone have any specific questions? And anyone who has not played, would you like to play? Who has not played? Siraj has not played. Reshma has not played. Would you like to play? And does anyone have any requests? Hey, maybe I'll play. Anyone have a request? Maybe I'll just play what's open. It just randomly opened up to V-Boss, which I never play or hardly ever play. And this is why it's good to have music written down, because there's slight chance that I would remember this composition had I not written it down. Let's see. I need to get some tambura. I'll just play without tambura, because I don't have my speaker anyway. I'm getting used to the scale. I threw in a note that doesn't belong because I almost never play this. V-Boss, V-I-B-H-A-S or V-I-B-H-A-A-S. Maybe even sometimes spelled with a B, A-B, but I spell it with a V. V-Boss. Like Bhoopali scale. Sa re ga pa da sa. Como re, como da. Sa como re ga, pa como da sa. Sa como da pa ga como re sa. All right, I won't continue with that. That was sight reading. I had not played this composition in years, possibly. But I have it written down. I just played the astai and then made up a line or two. All right. That was a challenge for me. That's why we need to practice something over and over and over and over so that we do have it memorized and don't even have to think twice about it. All right. So, Reshma, let's get you up here. That was V-Boss. Sa re ga pa da sa.
So I'm gonna play Bhoopali Gamaks connecting the notes.
Okay, good. I was talking about that lesson yesterday. That one right there. The one before was really good, Gare Gasa, because that's so easy to play. It's the easiest one to play. It sounded perfect. And then Paga Pare breathe, Paga Pare breathe, Paga Pare breathe, Paga Pare breathe. You don't need to breathe, so don't breathe because it'll make it all choppy. And also, hold up. What's that down on the floor that you're looking at? It's the written music, but you've already memorized it, so why look at it? You can already do Paga Pare. So right now, don't look at it and just play Paga Pare. Break. Yeah, good. That was the first time you did it without the break. It sounds much better when it's continuous. So keep blowing outwards. Keep doing this right now. This is probably the hardest one on there. It's the one to focus on. All right, so you just play it over and over. Keep doing that. Paga Pare. Consciously, continuously breathe outwards. Good. Now move up. Good. Now stay there. This time when you play the paw, lift up your top finger. Lift your ga finger when you're playing paw. All right, it's good. Keep working on it. Try both ways because if you just put a little bit of time into practicing at that, it'll become easy to do. Now move up. Sada sa pa. Try to lift your top finger when you play paw. Again, play it 4 times so that you ideally one would always play an exercise and don't move on if you don't get it right. Like, don't ever end on, oh, I just got it wrong, but I'll just move on. Play it again so that you get it right. Perfect. All right, good. Let's see if Capiche wants to play. Keep going. You shouldn't have to look at the paper. You should be able to just move up. Continuous sound. Take a deep breath and play it all continuously. Oh, don't speed up. Don't speed up. Whoa, 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 whoa. I never said speed up. Blow harder so that the high notes come out. Okay? Same tempo, same laya. Keep breathing outwards. Don't stop the breath. Now you're in the low notes, so blow harder. Blow a lot harder. You don't. Whoa, hold up. Octaves. All right, we don't want a low octave if we're trying to get a high octave. You got to blow a lot harder. We're moving up the scale. We blow harder when we go up. Right now, just play high saw right now. Just blow high saw. How about this? Remove your eyes from the paper. Here's what happens. When we're looking at something, part of our mental energy goes into looking at something. Okay? That means part of our mental energy is removed from the ability to do the other things we need to do. Your paper to play high. Just play high saw. But don't look at the paper. Name that note. Name that note.
Hi, saw.
Nah. Did it sound high? That was saw. Play saw now. Just play saw. The start of your scale. Now play high saw. Yes. Good. Now you're trying to play from high saw, sa da sa pa, sa da sa pa. Okay, high saw da, high saw pa. You hear how it's trying? The flute doesn't know what octave to play. You need to blow just as hard. You need to start it out. Do it. Start with your tongue. Two, because that very first tongue will get force. Listen to the saw. Note that that's low saw. The high saw is you're on a small flute. It's a very high pitched note. If it's not very high pitched, it's not correct. Yes. 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 That was good. Your paw, you were still blowing a little too hard. We need to control how hard we blow as we change the note. So when you go from sa da sa pa, make sure you're blowing a little bit softer on the paw so that the paw comes out. Because there, the paw, it was as if you were blowing a little too hard for it. But that was way better than the other ones. Do that again. Good. You could also work on lifting up that finger during paw. I'll guarantee you paw will come out easier with the top finger, the ga finger lifted. Paw loves it when the flute player lifts the top finger. Paw will come out easier, especially when you get up to high paw. Try playing a high paw with all 6 fingers down. You're going to have trouble. But you lift that ga finger, the top finger, and all of a sudden the paw comes out. Okay? So right now, try it sa da sa pa, lifting that finger that's closest to your face when you play the paw. Good. That's good. Now, do the same thing, but slow it down. We're not in a hurry. Good. Let's end right there, okay? Now, later on, you can work on re, sa, re, da, and ga, re, ga, sa up high. They're going to require you to blow even harder. But first, just keep working on that one. That's good. Okay? Reshma, would you like to play? Now, you were blowing a little too hard, I think, for sa. Yeah. You're blowing too hard on the paw. And it's really important for low paw. Low paw, it's very important that all the holes are thoroughly covered. Good. All right, now what's the thing that I repeat the most? Anyone out there, what phrase do I repeat more than any other phrase? What's my piece of advice? The number one piece of advice I give to any flute player on planet Earth to improve their flute playing? And Neil must know.
The breathing consciously.
Consciously, continuously breathe outwards. Okay? Now you are going Sadasapa, breathe, Sadasapa, breathe, Sadasapa, breathe, breathe in. Okay? I want you to just keep on blowing outwards. So take a deep breath and do it. A little bit softer on the paw. Good. Okay. Let's make things easier. Let's now move up. Re, sa, re, da should be fairly easy to play now. And slow it down a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. Continue. Yeah. Take a deeper breath and see if you can go 3 in a row without breathing. Okay. Now let's move it up a notch and it'll be even easier. This is the easiest one. Now slow it down a bit. No. Not ga re ga sa ga re ga sa ga re ga sa. Slow it down. No. Spend some more time on the re. Re is the main note. Okay, really, it's not ga re ga sa ga re ga sa. It's ga re ga sa ga re ga sa. Not, you're in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. Ga re ga sa ga re ga sa. Note how the re is so much longer than the ga. Why hurry on the re? Your re is about maybe a third of a second long. Make your re a full second long. Deeper breath. If you took a deeper breath, you'd have more air. If you consciously like really just fill up with air. It's like going to the gas station, just filling up, okay? Because you know you need some air. Even if you just play it once, don't even worry about playing it twice. But let's get the first one to sound good, that we're not in a hurry. Good. All in one breath, though. Definitely all four notes in one breath. No. Don't breathe in the middle. Don't speed up, though. Hold up. Ga re ga sa. That was the best one right there. I don't want you to speed up. You've got to focus on taking a deeper breath. If you're running out of air, then it's just. And you know what? I don't know if you have a pillow under you. Are you sitting on a pillow? I suggest sit on a pillow. Okay, get a thin pillow, and what it does, it kind of props you up a bit, and it'll open up your stomach area will not be compressed, and you'll be able to get a little bit air. It'll be a bit more comfortable. Okay, let's call that good. So your sound is good. You're getting your range. You got all the way down to pa. The tone is coming out. The air, I think it will come if you just focus on taking a deeper breath and get a pillow so that it'll just give you more lung capacity. And let's see, just a conscious awareness of trying to connect the notes. Okay? All right, good. I applaud you all for, any of you, nobody ever said Bansuri was easy. If you wonder why so few people, think about it. There's a lot more singers out there. There's a lot more tabla players. There's a lot more sitar players than there are Bansuri players. Okay, most people will never even get past the get a note out of the Bansuri phase, and then they will put the Bansuri down or in their closet and look at it 5 years later and wonder why they have not been playing the Bansuri. So just keep it up. And, whatever notes you can play, whatever range you have, then that's where you start. You can over time expand your range and do more difficult stuff. And there's a time for doing the hard stuff like we're doing. I'm making you do the things that you don't naturally do. And then there's a time to just pick up your flute and play whatever comes out and enjoy it and call it good. Okay? All right. Thanks. Okay. Has anyone out there not played? Oh, we got Pradeep on here. So I believe Pradeep.
Hi there. How are you? Sorry I'm late.
Hi, how are you doing?
Okay.
It's
sorry,
all right. Good to have you here.
Yeah, I had.
It's all right.
We had
Everyone,
to
this is
get our daughter emergency COVID rapid test had done. So that's what took some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Hope
here
she's
I
doing
am.
all right, or gets better. All right, everyone. This is Pradeep Kaladkar, my guru. Bye. We both studied from Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao. He would drive down from Delaware, and I'd come in also from Northern Virginia into Northern Virginia. That was back in 2000 to 2004. So, and he's been playing for decades. Let's see. What have you been working on, Pradeep?
Mostly lately, again, a great deal of Vilas Kanitori and Bihag and the morning rug of Lalit.
Okay, we
This
had some
morning, I've been
two.
concentrating on Lalit this morning. So
Okay, well, Tushar was playing Lalit in Juptal for us earlier. He was my first student to ever play Lalit, and probably the
wow,
first time
very
that
good.
most of
Very good.
them here had maybe ever even heard Lalit.
Very
So
good.
yeah. So maybe you can play us some Lalit. And also, I'd like to know how to go. You were playing a symphony from a different key on your flute. How'd that
Oh
event
yeah,
go?
it went well. Although I mean, I used a very big C sharp, almost 3 or 4 feet long, and a D. So thank God that I was restricted to only 2 flutes. But the thing is, with light music, you really need to have small flutes with a much higher pitch. And so when I listened to the recording, I could hardly hear myself. And people in the audience said the same thing. So they're talking about redoing the same program in October. And I'm in a hurry
Okay.
trying to get small flutes and do a lot of rehearsal so I can play with it.
Yeah, I would think that if you know it's going to be in C sharp, you just get a small C sharp flute.
Right. That's what I'm doing. I actually have a small C sharp, and it's not very easy
Okay.
to play.
Because it's so small.
You
Because
start
the
with those
fingers are
little
so
flutes.
close.
Exactly.
Yeah. Little flutes are difficult.
Right.
all
Anyway,
right.
that's the
Well,
challenge. Yeah.
Okay. Can you play us some Lalit?
Sure. Okay. So again, I'm back to my D. And let's see.
Do you have any Lalit piece of advice you can give? Like, what would you say is the most important thing or two that you're thinking of in Lalit?
Let's face it, it is a very difficult rag to play.
That's what I tell them. I make it clear to them. Yeah.
Yeah, you have two madhyam, and
Two
to
madhyams.
keep them apart on precisely the right note is a major challenge.
Getting the correct pitch of each of the mas.
Exactly. And then to top it off, you also have the komal rishabh and a komal dhaivat, and so put it all together is a huge challenge. So the way to do it is just keep playing. In fact, if you are serious about developing rags like Lalit, there are no shortcuts, but to just keep playing it over and over again. The kind of exercises that you are doing right now with your students is exactly the kind of exercises that everyone should be doing. Jumping from one note to a completely different note, and then just keep doing it back and forth. That's really, if there is any such thing as an advice, that's about all I would say.
Okay.
Just keep doing it, and I'm sure there are some simple compositions that you should try with tabla, and that'll give you confidence to be able to play the notes of Lalit with a certain beat, and so that'll increase your confidence. But you just have to do it. It took me many years of continuous practice, because it's such a great rock, at least in my opinion, that I just had to be able to do it. So,
all right, good, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so for those of you who know Lalit, you just got some advice, and for those who don't know Lalit, you got the advice that there are certain ragas that are very difficult, and you keep at them for years. There are some ragas that I could not play for years, and then one day it kind of comes, I kind of have this figured out, and that comes from just going back and practicing what you've been taught over and over and over, and keep on working on it. And I'm also curious, Pradeep, do you have a favorite Lalit recording that you can recommend?
The best Lalit there is for practicing with is a CD of Chaurasia on Nimbus. That's like an hour long, or maybe even longer. Goes through very slow alap, lots of them, and then Zhao, that's Chaurasia style, basically playing sitar on flute, so to speak. Some people might derisively say that, but that's pretty much what it is. So he would do the jod and the jhala, and then the composition, two compositions. Just play it and then try to play with it. Of course, he plays in E, but if you have that app called Amazing Slowdowner, then you might be able to tune it down to your pitch, and that's what I do. So I have, just about any music I can bring it into Amazing Slowdowner.
Is that on iOS or Android?
I don't know. I don't know if it's on Android.
You have iOS. Okay, good. I have iOS, so I'm going to get that, because I don't have an app that'll do that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Amazing. You can change the pitch without changing the speed. You can change the speed and the pitch to no matter what you want to do. So I can.
Okay, good.
Turn
Everybody.
On women vocalists and try to play with them. I can do any number of things.
All right, good. I like that. So. And I'm curious, how much time do you spend playing along with recordings? Is that like a normal part of your practice?
So here is typically what I do. I just do my own practice with alap. Let's say I'm going to start playing Lalit this morning, which is what I did. I'll get my tambura turned on, and then I'll play very slow alap. In fact, what I would do even before the alap is I would just play the notes, jump around, just pretty much the way you were doing with your students, to make sure that my fingers are loose and the notes are coming out right. And then I would try to do my own alap. Just use your imaginations, go from the lowest note to the highest. And so once I'm done with that, then I might play a composition or two, and then I would actually turn on a good alap. For instance, as I said, I have Chaurasia's Lalit. I also have Amarnath's Lalit. Amarnath is another well-known flute player in India. I have his Lalit. Let's see, who else? I have a few others. I forget exactly the name. And I'll turn that on and match my pitch or match the recording's pitch to mine. And then I'll just play with it all over. And you'll be surprised what a difference it makes. Suddenly, you start to enjoy, because you're forced to match the artist. Your own flute starts to sound very different, much better, and then you become inspired. So now I'm actually thinking that maybe that's how I'll begin. Once after a few minutes of warm up, I'll actually start playing the artist and then try to play second flute, so to speak. If there are things you don't understand, then you can also slow the speed from 100%. Sometimes I've gone down to like 30 or 40%. And then you can actually know exactly each note that guy is playing, even in very high speed tonas. And then, obviously I write those down quickly, but it takes sometimes a few backing and forth. You stop and you bring it back to where you started, and you do that a few times before you picked up all the notes on those long, fast tonas, particularly. Small alaps, slow alaps, no problem, but in high speed tones. So this has helped me a lot, and the inspiration is really, really something, and then you realize how far you have to go to match the great artists. But it is really very inspiring. Yeah.
All right, thanks for that.
Sure.
Okay, let's see. I want to give Siraj the opportunity to play. Siraj, would you like to play? All right, he may or may not be out there. Okay, well, everyone had the opportunity. I'm pretty much at the point where I'm going to have to go shortly. I could leave you all on if you all... Why don't you chat in? I'm assuming Pradeep wouldn't mind staying on because he just arrived here. If anyone wants to stay on... oh, we do have Siraj out here. So let's get Siraj up here. What would you like to play, Siraj?
What do you want me to play, sir? I'm thinking about Simendra Madhyam.
Okay, I was thinking you'd say Simendra Madhyam. I'm going to mute myself because I get this echo thing going on when you're on. We'll let you play. Turn on your tambour if possible.
think I missed a bit. Like,
You see, if you have that sheet of paper in front of you, you've got all those variations for the
in front of
entra.
you, you've got all those variations for the entra.
Why don't you try one of them?
Why don't you try one of them?
Or not. Don't worry about it.
Or not.
How about this? Go.
How about this? Go.
Try playing some 8-beat toms.
Try playing some 8-beat toms.
After ma
okay.
Hold them all 3
After
beats and do an 8-beat ton.
Hold them all 3 beats and do an 8-beat ton.
yes, sir.
Remember the first ton we did?
Remember the first
Sare gama pada ni re.
Sare gama pada ni re.
Magaresa.
Sani dapa magaresa.
Yes, sir.
Good. What about Sani dapa? Sani dapa.
What about
Sani
Sani
dapa?
dapa? Sani dapa. Sani dapa magaresa.
From high sa, Sare gama pamagare Sani dapa
Sare gama
magaresa.
pamagare Sani dapa
Sare gama
magaresa.
pamagare
Sare
Sani
gama
dapa
pamagare
magaresa.
Sani dapa magaresa.
Play it over and over.
Play it.
It's
over and
Gare
over.
Sani Sare gama a a.
Gare Sani Sare gama.
And then 8-beat ton. Gare Sani
And then
Sare
8-beat ton.
gama.
Gare Sani Sare gama.
Jerry,
Gare Sani Sare gama.
Jerry,
Yeah.
I have a what rag is this? Maybe I'm
Simendra Madhyam.
Cement. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, cement. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and play for a second.
Okay.
And then I probably have to go.
And then
Okay.
I probably
Thanks,
and then I
Siraj.
probably have to go.
Here's what
Okay.
I'm gonna do. I'm
Thanks,
just gonna
Siraj.
play. I'm gonna play the gut.
Here's what I'm gonna
few
do.
times,
I'm just gonna play.
and then I'm gonna
the gut
start playing
a few
8-beat
times.
tones. So this
And
is,
then I'm gonna
to
start
me,
playing 8-beat tones.
the most
So
important
this
kind
is-
of ton
to
there
me,
is. Pradeep
the most important
may
kind
or
of
may
ton
not
there
agree,
is.
but an
Pradeep
8-beat ton
may or may not
I think
agree,
is
but an 8-beat
super
ton,
important for
I think
everybody
is
to be able to
super
play.
important for everybody to be able to play.
Let me mute you, Siraj, because I'm getting some significant echo. And I guess I will turn on, I don't have my good speaker right here, but let me get some tambura. All right, I need to go. I've had a good time. It's been good to hear everybody play, and hopefully everyone got a lot out of this. I need, let's see, since we've got, I know that Anil's going to stay. Pradeep, am I correct in saying that you would like to continue on this? And
yes, I could, except let's
okay.
see, what time is
you
it
don't
right
you don't
now?
have to.
Oh, I know.
It's
But what
12:37.
Okay, so let's say about 12:45, 12:50.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Okay,
All right,
10
so everyone, I'm going to put Anil. I'm just going to make you a co-host, Anil, and that means things will just keep going. You shouldn't have to do anything. I'll go ahead and I'll just let the record go, and then I'll be able to see what happens later on, too. So just end the meeting when you're done. Everybody have a good time. Thanks, Pradeep, for being here. I'm going to go get the amazing Slowdowner app right now and see if I can find Hari Prasad's Lalit either in my own files, because I used to buy lots of those Nimbus recordings, or it's probably on Spotify or on YouTube. So, all right, everybody. Bye.
So I have a question for everyone. I think in my very first meeting a couple of months ago, I suggested to everyone that they practice very low volume, as low as you can get, and then raise the volume and then taper down. Has anyone been trying to do that? Good. And how did you make out, Siraj? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear your volume control. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear, but that's fine. Spend some time at the very lowest volume possible. I'm hearing my own echo here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Right.
Something about Siraj's system gives a lot of echo back. I'm not sure why that is. But Siraj, if you're not playing, then make sure you put yourself on mute, and it'll reduce that.
Sure, sir. I'll be playing.
When you first try it, you will actually hear harmonics. But that's okay. That's okay. Keep the volume as low as you can. And then once you play a note at the lowest volume, then increase the volume to its top and then bring it down very slowly and fade away.
Sure, sir. Sir, you are
Who
muted.
else wants to try?
Wow. Need more practice. Yeah, need more practice.
The other thing I might have mentioned is you can achieve the same thing, which is refinement of your tone by using a very small flute. Okay? Try to get a nice tone and a perfect pitch out of a small flute. It is not very easy, you know. Playing a large flute in many ways is easier, but small flute is very difficult. If you can play a small flute, your tone will be refined on your large flutes. But as someone just wrote in the chat room, that you are also able to play the upper notes on your big flutes much easier. You know, the upper mo and bo and do, all the way to the upper sa, if your flute is made very well. So that's something to think about. You have the option to either play a small flute or go through the volume control exercises on your large flute.
Hello. Now I can. Yeah.
I do need to skip out now. And you had a question, Anil?
If you could demonstrate, my question really is that maybe it's a dumb question, but
No, there is no such thing as dumb question. Go ahead.
are you modifying the aperture to manage the volume, or are you managing your blow to manage the volume?
No, you don't do anything. Oh, I see. You mean the positioning of your lip to the aperture. Oh, no, there is no rule. You just have to work your own flute and come to those very subtle adjustments. For a long time, I was playing, this is the hole. And then I moved my lip forward to almost cover the entire hole. And then I kept backing and forthing until I found just the right sweet spot. So it's entirely your position, the way you hold your flute, the way you position your fingers, actually, and all of that. So it's entirely up to you, and you just have to try it yourself to finally come to just the right sweet spot of everything, fingers and the blowing hole. There is also such thing as the position of the whole flute with respect to your body. You could actually have this. there are so many combinations and positions. So you just have to just work it. If you want to make a change, make a very subtle change and see if it makes a difference. Ultimately, if you practice a lot, you will arrive at your own sweet spot with respect to everything. That's why you see so many different flute players playing it in so many different ways.
I just wanted to be sure that I would practice right. So what I take away from you is that in this exercise of raising and lowering the volume, find your personal style, make sure the pitch is right and it's sweet as possible, right?
Okay. Well, anyway, what I was saying, the real objective of volume control exercises is to refine your tone. And the tone, ultimately, a good tone is something like Chaurasia. It starts to sound so sweet, and it sounds as if it's actually coming out of a tanpura with all its vibrations. Okay, and so that's what you need to do. And of course, you have to be able to do that by maintaining just the right pitch. Okay, so it's again, like everything else about flute, it's just dedication and practice and practice and practice. But it comes. Believe me, if you stay at it with your dedication, it comes, and the rewards are tremendous.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Very good, very good. So I will duck out right now. I need to take care of a few other things. Best of luck to everyone, and maybe I'll see you from time to time.
Yeah, do join us when you can. It's
okay.
Very
good. Will do.
Okay, I played this.
That was so good, Ivan. This is people do not realize how much of a value we get in these sessions where you hear great musicians play great music. It's really wonderful.
And this is my favorite rag, Hansadhwani. I played hours for this.
The tone is so good, and it's very inspiring when you hear you play. That's
Thank you.
I think we all have to go, so I will end the session. Or would you like to play some more, Ivan? I'm always
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's end in 5 minutes. I'll hit stop. I'm still here, so.
Okay. Thank you. Some more, Ivan. Come on. One more piece for us.
Okay.
So good, Ivan. So good.
Thank you. This is easy rag and nice played.
You did some really nice improvisations. The mean was so good. It's just real pleasure. And I thank Dr. Kriger for these sessions. I mean, it's just unbeatable. You don't even get professional music that is good as so nice to hear as when you guys are playing. It's so good.
Yes, our meeting is sweet to our hearts. Thank you.
You need to record some of this for us.
Okay, I have some records.
Okay. Then we will leave. Dr. Kriger, I think, is going to end the session. So you have a good week. Yvonne, see you next week and see Dr. Kriger next week.
I hope see you next week.
Okay.